Will any of our contestants know what Volkswagen makes other than cars? Hello everyone, I'm your host Allison Lynch, and welcome to the Quiz Blitz Tournament of Champions game number 1. Hello everyone, and welcome to the first game of our Tournament of Champions. And our first game consists of winner of game number 5, Allison Bruce. Winner of game number 9, Cathy Hodges. And winner of game number 3, Larry Lynch. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
And now that we've everyone here, they've all been on before. They know how the game works. So we will go right into round number 1. And the first question of round number 1 is, which Girl Scout cookie is covered in chocolate? Is it Tagalongs, Caramel Delights, Do-si-dos, or Lemon Ups? You have 5 seconds to answer. And everyone is locked in. We'll move right on to the next question, which is, which planet has the most moons? Is it 1, Mars, 2, Jupiter, 3, Saturn, or 4, Neptune? You have 5 seconds to answer. And everyone is now locked in. Question number 3 is, who directed E.T. the Extraterrestrial? Was it 1, Alfred Hitchcock, 2, Michael Bay, 3, Steven Spielberg, or 4, Tim Burton? You have 5 seconds to answer. And everyone is locked in. On to our final question. I can count. On to question number 4. I know how numbers work. And that is, keep calm and carry on was a slogan of which country? Was it 1, France, 2, Germany, 3, the United States, or 4, Britain? You have 5 seconds to answer. And everyone is locked in. Now we are on to our final question of the first round. And that is, in which wing of the White House is the Oval Office located? Is it the North Wing, the South Wing, the East Wing, or the West Wing? You have 5 seconds to answer. And everyone is locked in. And that is all of our questions for round number 1. We will now go all the way back to number 1 and see what everyone's answers are. So let's start off with, question number 1 is, which Girl Scout cookie is covered in chocolate? Allison, we'll start with you. What did you say?
I don't know what 1 and 3 are, so I went with Caramel Delights because I know that they have chocolate on them.
But are they covered in chocolate is the real question. Kathy, what did you say for this?
Question.
Well, Tagalongs are my favorite, and they're covered with chocolate and peanut butter inside.
Larry, what did you say?
I said tagalongs.
And it is Tagalongs. That is 1 point for Kathy and Larry. Tagalongs are also known as peanut butter patties. So they have chocolate, peanut butter, and then the little wafers. Caramel Delights do have chocolate, but they aren't covered in chocolate. They have just a nice, line drizzles on them. So on to number 2, and that is, which planet has the most moons? Kathy, we'll go to you for this one.
This was a tough one. I said Jupiter.
Interesting, Jupiter. It is the largest planet, but doesn't have the most moons. Larry, what did you say for this one?
I said Saturn.
Interesting, Saturn. They have many rings, but do rings equal moons is the real question. Allison, what did you say?
A lot of stuff floating around that planet.
Allison, what did you say for this?
I also went with Saturn, but I wasn't sure. Space is not my strong suit.
But I'm here to tell you, Allison and Larry, I'm sorry you didn't get it. It is Jupiter.
Oh, nice.
So Jupiter has 67 moons. Mars has 2. Neptune has 14. And Saturn has 53 confirmed moons.
Oh, wow.
They believe that there are more, but they have not been confirmed as actual moons or just objects that are passing by and taking a long time. On to question number 3, and that is, who directed E.T. the Extraterrestrial? Larry, we'll go to you for this one.
I said Steven Spielberg.
Interesting, Steven Spielberg. Allison, what did you say?
I agreed, Steven Spielberg.
And Cathy?
Spielberg.
Everyone's going for the same answer. And everyone is right. It is Steven Spielberg.
Good.
E.T. was released in 1982 and was the biggest blockbuster of the year. And it's one of the biggest movies of the decade as well. Next one is, Keep Calm and Carry On was a slogan for which nation? Allison, we'll go back to you for this one. What did you say?
So I originally was going to go with the US because I know like the memes and stuff. But thinking about it, I went with Britain.
Interesting.
Because it has like the crown on top of all of those memes.
Ah, yes, the crown. Great symbol of Britain, which had a prime minister at the time, not necessarily royalty. Cathy, what did you say?
I said Britain because it sounds like something they would say.
So we have 2 for Britain. Larry, what did you say?
I said Britain also. I think I saw it in the movie.
I'm here to tell you, it is Britain.
There you go.
So, Keep Calm and Carry On was actually part of a collection of like slogans and phrases that they used during World War II. Though Keep Calm and Carry On was actually one of the last ones they used, and it was used for and they used it for a very short amount of time, that it was actually forgotten because they made posters for it, and they never officially released all of them. They did some, so it's forgotten up until fairly recently. Actually, within the 21st century. So there's 1 point for everyone. Our last question for the first round is, in which wing is the Oval Office located? Cathy, what did you say for this one?
I said the West Wing.
Larry?
West Wing.
Allison?
West Wing.
Everyone with the West Wing, and there was a very popular TV show about the West Wing.
That's right.
Because it was about the president.
Yes.
That's 1 point for everyone. So, there's a West Wing, East Wing, and sadly there's no North and South Wing. I guess they didn't feel like making a compass out of it. But, that's besides the point. So, at the end of the first round, Cathy is in the lead with a perfect score of 5. Larry, you are right behind with 4, and Allison, you are, again, right behind with 3. We've got 5 questions left, and a lot of points to make up. So let's go right into round number 2. And the first question for round number 2 is, which country produces the most coffee in the world? Is it 1, the United States, 2, Brazil, 3, Colombia, or 4, Vietnam? You have 5 seconds to answer. And everyone is locked in. On to our second question of this round, and that is, what was the first feature-length animated movie ever released? Is it 1, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 2, To the Moon, 3, Steamboat Willie, or is it 4, Humorous Phases and Funny Faces? You all have 5 seconds to answer. And everyone is locked in. Our next question is, whose memoir is titled Everyone Hanging Out Without Me? Is it 1, Mindy Kaling, 2, Natalie Portman, 3, Meryl Streep, or 4, Tina Fey? You all have 5 seconds to answer. And everyone is locked in. Next question is, where is the Sea of Tranquility located? Is it on Mars? Is it on Mercury? Is it here on Earth? Or is it on the moon? You all have 5 seconds to answer. And everyone is locked in. We are now about to go to our final question for this episode of Quiz Blitz and the first game of our Tournament of Champions. And that is, Volkswagen isn't just a car company. They also sell what? Is it toothpaste, sausage, beer, or bicycles? You all have 5 seconds to answer. And everyone is now locked in. That concludes all of the questions for this episode of Quiz Blitz. Let us go back to the first question of this round and see what everyone's answers are so we can total up the final point. And the first question was, which country produces the most coffee in the world? Larry, we'll start with you. What did you say?
I said Colombia.
Okay. Allison, what did you say?
I went with Brazil.
Interesting. Brazil. And Cathy, what did you say?
I also went with Brazil, too.
Okay, well, I'm here to tell you. Larry, I'm sorry you're wrong. It isn't Colombia. It is Brazil.
So I thought that.
So Brazil produces the most, with Vietnam second and Colombia third.
Oh.
Oh, Colombia's third. Wow.
Yeah, it's a very small margin. It's very close between Vietnam and Colombia. And Brazil, it's a really big country, so they have a lot. Apparently, they're producing a lot of coffee. So on to our next question, and that it was, what was the first feature-length animated movie ever released? Allison, we'll go back to you for this one. What did you say?
I know that Steamboat Willie is the first one Disney ever released, I'm pretty sure, so I went with Steamboat Willie.
Okay. I'm sorry. Cathy, what did you say?
At first I went with Steamboat Willie, but then I thought feature length means, to me, a couple of hours, so then I went with Snow White. So Snow White.
Feature length is a very key word in this question. Larry, what did you say?
I went to the moon. That was the first one ever produced, but yeah, I don't think it wasn't a feature length, so I'd probably get that wrong.
Well, I'm here to say it is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Cathy, you got it. So, Steamboat Willie was the first animated, I guess, film they made, but it was only about a couple minutes long. Technically, the first animated film made was Humorous Faces and Funny Faces. It was 3 minutes, and it was produced in the early 1900s, I believe 1901. So the next question was, whose memoir was titled Everyone Hanging Out Without Me? We'll go to Cathy. What did you say for this one?
I said Mindy Kaling.
Okay, Larry, what did you say?
I guess Tina Fey.
And Allison, what did you say?
Mindy Kaling.
It is Mindy Kaling.
Who's Mindy Kaling?
Yeah, Mindy Kaling, like everyone else here, they're all actresses.
Okay.
We're on to question number 9. And that is, where is the Sea of Tranquility located? Larry, what did you say for this one?
I said the moon.
Allison, what did you say?
The moon.
Cathy?
I said Mercury.
I'm here to tell you, Cathy, your streak ran to an end. It's the moon. And our final question for this episode of Quiz Blitz is, Volkswagen isn't just a car company. They also sell what? Allison, what did you say for this one?
I went with beer.
Interesting, beer from a German company. That's a very stretch of a product, I will say. Cathy, what did you say?
Bicycles.
And Larry?
I said bicycles too.
Well, I'm here to tell you that they are a German company. So they make sausages.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they started to produce sausages in 1973, and they make their own, what is called as currywurst sausage, and it actually they sold more sausage than cars in 2017.
Wow. Who knew?
I
thought that was too obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the end of this episode of Quiz Blitz, Larry, I'm sorry you're bringing up the rear with 5 points.
Ooh, it's terrible.
And we do have a winner. And the winner of the first game of this episode is Cathy Hodges.
Oh.
You won with 8 points. Allison, you were close. You were making a comeback, but you only were able to get 6 points. But again, that's all we have for you for this first game of Quiz Blitz. Congratulations to Cathy Hodges. You are moving on to our finals for the first season of Quiz Blitz.
Okay.
Again, thank you, everyone.
Congratulations, Cathy.
Allison, thank you, Larry, thank you for competing.
Okay.
And again, thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone have a good day. Bye.
Have a good night.